You know, if there was ever a time to go to outer space, I would totally go. But of course, I'm terrified of heights and I watch way too many Final Destination movies. Hello, what's up, and welcome everyone. My name is Miss Quinn, and today we'll be going into space with the Guardians of the Galaxy. But before we start, I am so sorry about my voice. I am currently sick. There are a lot of things that have to be said about this game that was published by Square Enix on October 26th of 2001. I will try my best to avoid spoilers for those of you who do wish to play this, since this is a game that I do quite recommend. I added together all the gameplay that I recorded, and it equaled to 16 hours and 58 minutes. Then after everything I added, I remembered, hey, I lost space on my PC. So I do have a few minutes left over, plus a few seconds that I had to pause in order to avoid another accident, although the pausing happened mostly during the credits, so it is over 17 hours in order to finish the game. In Guardians of the Galaxy, we're playing as Star-Lord for the entirety of the game, which makes sense considering that he is the leader of the group. But like a part of me did want to try playing as Gamora, and I'm like, when I realized I couldn't play as her, I was like, oh. And after playing and finishing this game, I looked at my time playing Marvel's Avengers very differently. Like, the conversations in Avengers was well done, I'll give it that. But after playing this, in Avengers, they seem so hard to try and seem serious. The only witty remarks would come from Iron Man towards Banner, the common tropes of every Marvel staple. However, there was hardly any of that humor that we're used to seeing within the movies. In Guardians of the Galaxy, the conversations make you feel like you're just hanging out with them. They do bicker and make fun of each other, but their video game counterparts seem more realistic to that of Marvel's Avengers. Even the moments that they overcome obstacles is so much more believable. It just makes them seem like there was more care and more love put into this game. I liked a lot of things from this game, but another thing that I enjoyed about the game is that even though the game ends with the same outcome, defeating the big bad guy, like in every single superhero movie and game. Now, there are different ways to get there. I can't say too much without getting into spoiler territory. Like I said, I don't want to do that. I don't want to spoil this game for you if, you're interested in playing it. But like, for example, trying to sell one thing over another and who does the negotiations does somewhat affect the outcome. The possibility of getting more money for your choice or having to do a stealth sequence are all possible outcomes of your choices. And honestly, I do like that. It's like it's not about the destination, but the journey you had along the way. And yes, I put that in my script, and yes, it is the corniest thing I have ever said. Am I ashamed about it? No, I'm honestly not. Like I said, I don't want to get into spoiler territory, but the choices that you make are relatively important as to, like, let's say if someone is angry at you and stays upset at you, or if someone is not upset at you. But again, the end goal is still the same. You're still going to defeat the big baddie. It just really depends on how you get there because of certain choices that you make. Also, can I say that I loved the fact that this game has a streamer mode? You know how much that actually helps if you're like creating content or, like doing a YouTube video, or if you're actually streaming it, because streamer mode essentially like completely blocks the whole copyrighted music. You can pretend or you can try to play whatever music that you want that is on there, like Take On Me by Taha. You can do any of that, but it will not be playing. Once you put streamer mode on, it will not come off unless you physically go into settings and take it off. And honestly, that is something that I very, very much like. How hard is it to have a game that does not have streamer mode? I absolutely love it. And it even says at the very top throughout the game, even when you're not streaming the game, because you know how you can record and all that stuff, even when you're not doing that, it will always say streamer mode on. And oh my god, I absolutely love that. It is such a blessing to have streamer mode. I think a lot of games should be having this, especially if you're going to make like it's such like what's it called? Such music heavy. At least have songs that are not copyrighted songs, and I know that's really hard for a lot of games to do because that is putting in so much extra work. And let's face it, not a lot of people have time for that, and I fully understand that. But having a streamer mode on, like, for copyrighted music is honestly super helpful for those of us like who create content or who, you know, even just want to record their playthrough and post it up randomly on YouTube, or like the streamers who want to stream it without Twitch doing anything to like mute those sections. I absolutely love it. The combat system is also much better than Avengers. Yes, as Star-Lord, all we're doing is shooting, just pew 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 pew, waiting to reload and pew 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 pew, and then flying on your, you know, jet boots and stuff like that. But I like how they worked with his guns. They also changed the order for you to use 4 different elements, and it's straight up amazing. You can also upgrade certain aspects of your suit, like your suit, your jet boots, your shield, and your guns, all by collecting components which are located everywhere throughout the game. It's great, especially when every battle in this game grants you also experience points that you can then use into ability points. Now, the ability points is important because you use that on Star-Lord and the other members of the team. Each have 4 distinct abilities, like for example, Groot can grab a whole bunch of people, Rocket throws a bomb and it affects a whole area of people as well, and Gamora just slashes an enemy from above, and Drax stuns them and obviously does damage them, but it just more stuns them so you can go in and keep shooting. Now, my absolute favorite combination was Groot's grabbing ability and then Rocket's bomb to quickly tackle whatever large group I was dealing with, because guys, I'm not dealing with all of that. I know I suck at video games even though I put it on normal mode, but hey, again, that's just me. Maybe you're way better at video games than I am. I play it to enjoy it and sometimes stress myself out when I can't figure things out. You can also have this little huddle thing, by the way, and the huddle thing helps you boost up their defenses with a pep talk. I absolutely love this. Though in order for you to boost up everybody's defense, you need to pick the right response to what they're saying. This is another thing that really helped the dynamic between the characters for me, because the fact that Star-Lord wants to help his teammates by boosting up their confidence or simmering down their cockiness through a huddle, honestly, iconic. I can't say another word for it because I did really like it. It really fit in with their whole aspect of a team.
Guys, huddle up!
It feels like they're everywhere, laughing at us!
And yet, we cannot retreat.
No one wants to retreat, big guy, but I gotta say, it's fucking scary out there, Quill.
Fuck nerds on the field, danger on all sides. Then it's time we stand and face it, and make sure they're nullified. Are we heroes to be laughed at? No! I'll laugh at them instead. Who's with me? Wise words, Peter
This is
Quill.
gonna be fun!
Feel him?
Now, even though they each have 4 abilities on their own, one of their abilities can only be unlocked once that character reaches a certain point in the game. And not only do they have their own distinct abilities during combat, but also when they're not in combat. You see, in order to progress throughout the story and get from point A to point B, they'll need to do things like, you know, unlocking certain areas, and just in general, like, they'll need to do certain tasks for you. Like, for example, Groot makes bridges and can lift platforms, and Gamora can make pathways by opening up with her sword, and so on. So I do like the fact that they included more things for them to do outside of battle and not just be so heavily reliant during battle, because I do like that. I wish we had something like that as well in Marvel's Avengers, where we got to use their special abilities to do certain tasks and to get somewhere throughout the game and not just, you know, go 1, 2, 1, 2, and just do the same thing over and over again. Games in general, in my opinion, are like that. They become very linear to where you're just doing the same thing over again. But I do like this game. This game didn't make it so obvious on the way to another mission. It's unique. I like it. So far, this is really what I wanted Avengers to look like. Now, since I spoke about all the good that I think about this game, time for me to speak about the bad part about this game. Now, I do like, don't get me wrong, that when you walk away in a video game, they aren't just, continuously talking about what they're doing. I did like that they would comment on, hey, where are you going? Like, oh, does Quill even know, like, the way that we're supposed to go? Oh, I bet he's going the wrong way. I do like that part. Do not get me wrong. They ask why you're leaving and where you're going. And even at first, it's cool. This thing is cool. But it gets really annoying fairly quickly when they don't shut up. They just keep going and going and going. Sometimes you'll have to think twice about how to get from point A to point B. And there is no hints. But they just keep talking about how you can't find what you're looking for. Like, dude, shut up for just like 5 minutes while I think, because I'm trying to look around and they're just like, and it does help, don't get me wrong, whenever you walk the wrong way and they go like, well, he's losing his mind, I don't know where he's going. It's kind of like a, hey, you're hot, you're cold type of thing. And I do like that. But after like 10 minutes of me being stuck at a part, please give me a hint. Don't let me just stand there like an idiot. Besides the random glitches that I experienced at some points of the game, they weren't anything game breaking. Just me falling beneath the world that they created. I didn't think I'd enjoy the game as much as I did, but wow, I'm honestly just happy I played this game, even though, again, there's parts where you're sliding down like this little, these little parts. I will put clips in here for you. And I think you have to like slide in a specific spot in order for you to just clip through the world as you just do. But I don't know. It took time for me to realize like, hey, I just can't slide on that spot. Or if I wait even just a little millisecond later, I'm a clip right through the ground. And I'll just keep having to start over and over and over again. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I am so sorry. It takes me a while to record anything. But I get sick and then I get busy at work and then I get tired and then I get sick again. I don't know what's wrong with my immune system. My immune system just hates me. But I am also working on a video with Gotham Knights. I did finish this game and now I will do more games. Please let me know what game you want me to play next or what you want me to talk about next in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for having the utmost patience with me. Bye-bye.
She said, boy, your time grows near.